How's it going? I'm going to have a quick word today about this messenger bag. This is the Kpong, strange word. It'll be spelled correctly in the description. This is a Satchel by Cotopaxi. Cotopaxi are one of my sort of preferred gear companies. This is a messenger bag, so it's kind of outside the scope of a general outdoors backpack, but you might remember I've got a Cotopaxi Volta bag, which I'll show you now, which is more for outdoors and hiking and such. That being this one here, much more of a traditional backpack with a roll top. Very similar in aesthetic and design though. They've obviously got their preferred look that they're going for. They've got either technical or recreational backpacks, and these are all counted as sort of recreational. Alrighty, front and centre, back to the Kpong, whatever. So this looks a bit like a standard sort of Indiana Jones type messenger bag. It's got a bit of a twist though. That being, the main compartment is actually this zip open compartment here, which opens and has the entirety of the bag inside. I will open it up soon. So then you've got an extra pocket on the front, which is sort of a thinner pocket on the flap, which just goes down to about just below the Cotopaxi logo there. And then underneath, rather than being the guts of the bag, this is just more of an admin pouch here. So lifting up the flap sort of just reveals a few pen slots, and then just a little pocket here for perhaps business cards or something. In my case, of course, I've put a Super Tool 300 in there. So the overall fit and finish of the bag is great. I found this little feature here a little bit strange at first. These attach just by these little snap or slide-in leather loop clips just here. So it does hold it rather snug though, so there's no issues there. The bag's made of a 600 denier, I think, nylon Cordura blend. All these bags are made ethically. They're made in factories in sort of, not quite the third world perhaps, but places like the Philippines. But the factories are assessed by Cotopaxi as being, paying a fair wage, all that sort of stuff. So there's none of those horrible Bangladeshi sweatshops at work here. What you've got is a single strap with some sort of leather topping, and then just some padding, which is rather comfortable in use. And the strap is just your standard sort of nylon cordage, nylon strapping, all plastic fittings here. Again, this isn't a sort of a hard-use bushcrafty bag. This is just more of a day-to-day messenger type bag. The rear compartment would be your laptop or your, I suppose, concealed carry type thing. I've just got an iPad in there, which sort of fits just fine. I'll take the camera off the tripod in a second and do a complete walkthrough. The bottom of the bag rather is it's sort of a drier leather, but it's definitely a leather, and just to absorb sort of any impacts or any sort of sharp rocks or something they might be putting it down against, as the Volta has as well. It does work quite well, and I've used the hell out of this bag, and it does work quite well for putting down on sharp or unstable surfaces. So it does have a degree of toughness to it. Probably the only weaker points are, rather than having brass snaps, you've got plastic snaps. I'll de-tripod the camera, and I'll do a bit of a walkthrough. I'll try and avoid too much shaky cam. Alrighty, don't mind my messy workbench, but this is the Satchel from the top. I love the blue colour. There's a whole bunch of colours you can choose from. You can choose this olive drab, you can choose a white, you can choose an orange. I went the blue because, actually this is for my wife, she's been the main user of it, and she chose the blue really. So what have we got? We'll go to the first compartment here. These little zips are they open quite well with these leather pull tabs. They're good YKK zips, which is sort of the standard. This is just a front pocket there. I'll just grab a little torch out and do a little, perhaps a little bit more illumination might be order of the day. Sorry about the shaky. This Nintendo 3DS XL fits in there quite well, and it's just, there's no different lining. This is just the bag material in there. Sort of a deep pocket, probably about 30 centimeters across by 15 centimeters deep. Just a good little front storage compartment for readily accessible goods. This is the main pouch here. So I'll open this up. This has got I've gone and stuffed the jacket in there, just sort of like bulk the bag out a bit. And of course the jacket is something that you would carry in a messenger bag. Fits in there quite well. And this is a quite cool little, I do like the inside of this bag. It's not super complicated. I'm not all for ultra organised sort of things. I like a sort of a bit more of a everything in and see how it works out kind of approach to bag storage. Cool though is the water bottle holder there. So I think it's a cool little feature. So it's not on the sort of the side of the pack like it would often be. Inside's this like 220 denier ripstop. It's just got a textbook in there about high risk pregnancy and delivery. So it's an essential bushcraft reading. I think this is the edition by Dave Canterbury. No, this might be the Les Stroud edition. Anyway, I'm not sure. High risk pregnancy and delivery. That's in there as well. Just part of the staple kits of the outdoorsman. At any rate, it's got a separate sort of divider in there for perhaps laptops or books or that sort of thing. Pretty simple. Looking over at the straps, you've got this grab handle here, which is just a piece of folded over nylon, but it is rounded and soft enough to be pleasant enough to pick up. These are your snap attachments. They do have pivots, so your strap won't get tangled up on itself. But yeah, just plastic snaps, so nothing too advanced there. You can always order. You can order all this other hardware. People like Tom Bin sell extra straps if you're really not happy, but I think your standard university or just urban use won't have any problems. This is the back pocket here. So there's some sort of padding on this side to keep it nice against your body. And then again some more of this ripstop sort of stuff here. Got my iPad in there. If only I'd been carrying it in this bag, that might not have happened. Wow, wow. Oh well. Just more of an example of what you keep in this pocket. A close up look at the strap there as well. Pretty standard stuff. The leather they use, it is leather, I know it is. It smells like leather and it's just a bit drier, so it's sort of not that ultra plush kind of like oiled leather. It's probably, I would imagine it's probably some sort of sustainable leather, or because this company is very much like into caring and stuff, so it probably is more of a fair trade leather, or something that makes the leather not as nice. Like a typical thing. It's a bit like the organic version of the tomato is all small and shriveled and shit, but better for you. It's probably the same thing. This is just the admin pouch here, so got your little branding there. But yeah, so there's no pocket under this top flap. The flap is just sort of to cover up any pens you might have here, and perhaps if you had something protruding from here, so say if you had something this way, maybe it'd give a bit of protection for it. But all I've got there is just a Leatherman Super Tool, and that is just a rather shallow little pocket there. You can slide some pens or whatnot in there, or little Streamlight stylus flashlights or something like that. So that is the Cotopaxi Kpong. Don't mind my dog just trying to bash his way into the shed. I think it's a very flash little satchel. Pretty happy with it. Wife's happy with it. Feels well made. Has some stranger, unexpected, I guess we'll say, design choices like this flap and such. But of course, nothing wrong with it. It's just unexpected. You sort of think, oh, that's going to be the main compartment under the flap there. So, but it's not. It's really not a big deal, I guess. Happy with it. You'll pay about, I think you pay about $100 Australian plus shipping. So I ordered this and another little duffel from them, and it ended up being quite a good deal for all that stuff. You're pretty happy with it. I dare say I've edited the shot in of me wearing it, so that's how it looks. I might show that again, perhaps, just so you can get another little look at it. Look, it looks quite cool, and it's quite unisex, so it really is a bag for anyone. And it's a lot cheaper than some of the other really flash Cotopaxi, I notice, is much better than, say, Frost River. All your premium bag makers, Frost River, the Simple Brief is about $130, which I have for my work bag, and I must do a video on that, actually. And say something like Tom Bin's Cadet or something is about $150 and by the time you get it over to Australia, you'd be looking at low 200s at least. So Cotopaxi is a really good option if you're after something that not everyone's going to have, like something a bit different, also something well made, and also it's got that bonus of it being made right and made by sort of good people and boosting local economies, that sort of stuff. So Bit of a feel-good vibe there too. So, thanks very much for watching. It's been a while since I did a bag review, so if you have any questions about anything I've missed, do let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next vid. Cheers, guys.